gotta get out, spit some gravel. It's all about the road. Let's travel. Grab the keys, let the wheels just take me. Can't wait to see what the world's got waiting. Load up the back, fill up the tank, not gonna overpack. Hey, I'm gonna follow my road.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of the week. We are here for Wednesday Cup, and I tell you what, it's going to be more midweek madness. I'm in the studio solo tonight, but as you can see, I do have the voice of the man, the myth, the legend, Zach O'Reilly, just hovering around. He's communicating telepathically tonight, but he'll be shotgunned straight into all of the brains of the people watching tonight. Zach O'Reilly, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good. I love how you look across into my chair to see if I'm there, but
he's still not there.
I'm looking back at you now as we speak. Great to have you with me here in the box tonight, and a lovely, lovely event coming up. Round 3 of the Wednesday Cup here at Road America. And geez Louise, these guys love this circuit. No one ever complains about Road America.
No.
If you do complain about it, you might as well just maybe just think about a couple of cliffs to go and look over the edge at for a couple of hours. But the rest of the time, it is a fantastic track. And with these Pragas, as always in the Wednesday Cup, it's going to be very, very cool racing to see tonight, Christopher.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw the last couple of weeks actually just cracking racing all up and down the field, as tight as a witch's cleft as usual here on the Wednesday, the midweek madness, we're starting to call it here. We've got a couple of new drivers out there on track as well tonight, so welcome to those guys. Welcome to everyone watching as well. We've got all the regulars in there. We've got Colin, Ron, Kermit the Frog, that's Husey, has decided to join us, so he's out on track and typing in the chat at the same time. But let's check out we've got some standings up from last week, ladies and gentlemen. Alex McEwen still out in front, not by much, mind you. Jake Buttigieg just nipping at his heels there in second position. Matthias Falzon hanging around there as well. Nathan Hughes there in fourth position. Elliott, Matt Munro in sixth. Bullock, McFadden, Mull, and Ezra Simon sneaks into the top 10 for the first time in his Wednesday Cup campaign.
Yeah, good to see him up there, I'll tell you what. And it is very tight. Only 10 points really separating each, near an average of 7 points really separating each competitor from second all the way down to eighth. So what are we going to see? There is no Jason McFadden here at the moment. So a little bit concerned about him. He hasn't entered the server as of yet, but we'll see him coming through. And what a commanding lead there from Alex McEwen at the moment. It's fairly big in the Wednesday Cup, having 289 points to you. So it's going to be exciting tonight. What can some of these guys do? It's going to be brilliant to see, and you can see how close it is realistically from everyone himself. Falzon and McEwen separated by less than 0.3 of a second each, and Buttigieg not far behind them as well. And the younger of the Munros, and arguably the faster, sitting there in fourth.
Yeah, doing a good job out there. And on a big long circuit like this, it's plus 2 minutes for a lap. So all the gaps are usually flattering a little bit, but having tight gaps like that over a 2-minute course, you know that they are just separated by about a beestick each. So plenty of action to come tonight. Jason McFadden will be absent from tonight's proceedings. His mate and teammate Andre Elliott just informing us there in the chat. So McFadden going to drop down the order this week. But still 4 more rounds to claw his way back up the order there. And I'll tell you what, tonight, Zach, the Road America is one of my favourite circuits of all time. It's got every single kind of turn you can think of, plenty of suckage to be had too, down 3 big long straights. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get caught up on tonight's proceedings, and we're going to go racing. It's Road America, ladies and gentlemen. 14 turns and 6.5 kilometres of freedom and justice and liberty all coming at you hard here. Turn 1 is a fun little turn. Just sling it in these cars. Run pretty wide too. There's a nice asphalt runoff there to take advantage of. Turn 2 straight through. Turn 3 down here is a bit difficult as well. Comes at you pretty quick, but you really want to get the traction down because this is a big long straight down here to the braking zone of turn 5. So we're going to see plenty of suckage in the American department down here. The bald eagles flying strong for sure into the heavy braking zone here at turn 5. We might see a move or two, as you can see in the AI, getting stuck in as well up the hill here. This technical little part of the circuit here, it's a sort of a blind entry as you get to the crest of the hill here at turn 6. Turn 7 is probably flat out in these cars with the downforce. Just trust the machinery, and down the hill you go again to turn 8. Left hand 90-degree bend, and this is probably the draw card of this circuit. It's this massive, big, long turn 9 and 10. They call the carousel. Look at the size of this thing. However many bites of the cherry you want to take, it's available for you, and plenty of lines to take as well through there. What's your kink? Mine is 250 k's an hour, right hand, no brakes, straight down the chute here, through the trees, through the forest here in the American wilderness, down into another heavy braking zone here at Canada Corner, turn 12. You can run it wide there as well, but I'm not sure these cars handle the off-road too much. Bill Metchell Bend is 13. It's pretty much flat out as well. Run it out wide, and this one is a tricky one indeed. It's it gets a little bit tighter when you don't expect it, and you really need to get that right because it's a very long straight up the hill, and you need all the horsepower and momentum you can. But that is a lap, ladies and gentlemen, of Road America from the sensational chopper. It's round 3, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying 7 minutes quick fire. Race 1, 15 minutes as always. Race 2, 16 minutes as always with a top 10 reverse grid. Race 3 is 17 minutes with a top 12 reverse grid. The practice primo this week, we've lost the vision there, but Alex McEwen with a 209.471. He's gone 2/10 quicker in the last 5 minutes out there in practice, so he is warmed up and ready to go, Zach O'Reilly.
Yeah, I reckon Falzon would have been singing to the high heavens going, you know what, I've beaten and matched or beaten his time in the practice server. Happy days. And then it comes to the race server time and just goes a bit quicker. So a bit of salt to rub into the wounds. And I'll tell you what, with a long lap around here in the 2-minute odds, we're going slower around here than we are at Bathurst, ladies and gents. That's how long this track is. It's 2/10 is literally about, if you equate all the corners, it's not even a quarter of a hundredth of a second per turn that this guy is off, Alex McEwen. And Captain Kirk, however, will be wanting to get on his horse. A little bit out of form at the moment for the captain, but he'll be fine. He'll come right back firing tonight, I'm sure. And always good to have him in the server, as well as who the hell is that? That is Mr. Buttigieg himself in Paul. Good to have the senior of the Buttigiegs racing tonight, and Scotty McEwen there as well too, the senior of the Alex. So we've got the father-son duos clicking around here. That's how popular Wednesday Cup is. They tell their sons, they tell their dads, they tell whoever to get involved, and they rock up here at Sensational TV to get on stream and race around in these Pragas.
Yeah, what better father-son bonding experience than both sharing stories about how they ended up in the wall at Road America. So nice Christmas...
Took each other out.
Yeah, Christmas lunch stories for days there throughout the season. So it's good to see, and very, very heartwarming indeed. But I tell you what, Zach, it's probably enough waffling on from us here in the studio. We should get down on track and do a bit of qualifying soon.
Done. Let's do it, ladies and gents. Viewers out there, everyone tuned in tonight. Great to have you with us. Zach O'Reilly is myself and Christopher Munro calling all the action here for Wednesday Cup. Get prepped, get set, get ready for qualifying. It's coming right at you here at Sensational TV for round 3 of AK Racing's Wednesday Cup series in the Praga R1s from Road America. Do not go anywhere.
That's something I can do for you. Need a new opinion, I'll get one to you. That's something I can do for you. But if you want to leave the pace of life behind, if you're reeling all the time, just go look that's something you can do. You can scale down, mountain trail down, or just drink the ale down here, that's something you could do. So if you wanna find the one that you must love, who's appealing all the time. But if you wanna find the one who loves you, well, turn around. You may have just found them. If you got a problem, I can make it too. That's something I can do for you. That's something I can do for you. That's something I can do. That's something I can do.
Now we're back now on track, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Road America. As you can see, the guys just getting their way into the server and lining up here at the end of the pit road, waiting for the magical 7-minute mark. And that is when all hell's going to break loose. All 20 of these little hypercar or mini hypercars are going to come out and set the circuit alight. None more than Alex McEwen out there. It looks like he's sitting first in the queue. Falzon's there close behind him as well. Buttergig's getting involved. All the speedy guys into the server quickly, because we know if you get a little bit of clear air anywhere in a short qualifying session, it's worth its weight in gold. That's for sure, Zach O'Reilly.
400% getting right out there. When that timer ticks down in 36 seconds, it's going to be absolutely ripping around here in a Praga. Look at them all flock in at the moment. We've got Bullock, Barber, Poole, Bensley, Cole. Ward is a new competitor tonight, Mr. G43 himself, Scotty McEwen, and your usual competitors of Igmanis, Buttigieg, Mole, and Matt Munro, Hughesy, McEwen, Falzon, Buttigieg. Great to have them all here. And we've only got 12 seconds left here before Alex gets the perfect start to his qualifying session that he ever could possibly want. And it's going to be good to see what they can get here in a lap time department here for the tonight. And they are off and set and qualifying.
Absolutely. Here they all come streaming out of the pits. You wonder the strategy here. If you're just sitting, maybe leaving the pits now, you've got a gaggle of cars in front of you. You've got a gaggle of cars behind you. There's one car there in the middle. It's got like the old Porsche. This will be the last car out on circuit. That's probably the best. You either want to be the first or the last out there on circuit. In the middle of the in the middle of the rubbish. It's gonna be hard because you can see the snake on the track map there and see how close everyone is. It's not really conducive to good qualifying if you've got too many cars around you, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, you want to be in some clean air, even though you know you're probably in the quick section of the track. You want to have nothing in your rear vision mirror to just really, really get your hazards in your brain, and that is what you don't want when you're qualifying. You just want clear mindset, clean air, and just pure driving action for the rest of them tonight. So this is where it counts. You get those tyres warmed up in a Praga. The really good laps, if you can't get a good banker lap in, by the time you hit lap 3 here in a Praga, those tyre compounds really come into their own. So it's good to see that these guys are managing those tyres beautifully. And once the fuel load starts to dip down, if you can get it bang on with only half a litre left by the time you end your quickest lap of the session, geez Louise, you've put yourself in the prime position to get yourself as further up the grid as you possibly can, or even on pole. Yeah, that's
where everyone wants to be, really. If you can get all your overtaking done in qualifying, that makes your race a hell of a lot easier. So that was kind of the option I went for back in the day. It was the less people had to overtake during the race, the better. But you will see, I think, a bit of that today. Alex McEwen has proven to be absolutely unstoppable in these little Praga cars over the last couple of weeks. So we're looking forward to probably more of the same tonight. We're going to ride on board with him now for a lap of Road America with the great Zach O'Reilly.
Here he goes. He is flogging it down the front straightaway here at the moment. Coming into turn one. So a really heavy braking zone here. Dips it down into fourth gear or third. Depends on how you drive the car. So interesting to see. Run the car wide there. Down the hill we go here. Turn two. Braking zone, just as it flattens off there, you just point that nose in and coast and throttle. And you can see the way that they're driving these things. Alex is off the brake pedal, then feeds the throttle nicely into the second of the straightaways here under the AK Racing overpass at Road America. Speeding away up to about 234, 235 kilometres an hour downhill into another heavy braking zone. Get this one wrong as you brake just at the first skid mark there, and you'll be all off into the bunda out the side there. No problem there for Alex McEwen using all the track and more. Just driving like AI at the moment here is he. Under the AK Racing, under overpass again. Dip it into third. Just coast it out wide. Make sure you can get that car pointed in nicely for the next section. Use all the inside. Run it wide with minimal steering input. And amazing that these cars use momentum, even though they've got so much downforce. They are low horsepower. Heavy braking zone. Another second gear approach into third. Run it wide. This is the carousel that we all talk about, where you can take two different lines. Alex takes the whole tight curb, late apex, midway through the corner, and then darts it right out wide for the final sector. I don't think you'll be too happy with that. You can take three different lines through there. It's all up to you, but he's setting purple times at the moment. No one has been able to better him at any stage. Right behind him is Lindsay Muddle, sorry. So not too bad from him, McEwen-wise. Another full speed braking zone here. Brake at the 3 board. Heavy braking. Use the inside curb. Darts it across there. Make sure you get everything ready to rock and roll, because this next section here is very, very tight indeed. You must get this section right. The final corner is the most important corner on this track. If you can't get this one right, over that inside curb and then onto the outer, and you hit a bit of grass, you'll lose 2 or 3 tenths up this hill with the low downforce, high suckage rate of the Praga R1s. This is where it all happens, and Alex McEwen's going to come across the line here and probably set these PB near on. Geez Louise, 209.344. That is only 0.08 of a second off his personal best in the practice session. Goes bang to the top. Well, Matt Munro's just starting hot lap, so no time in the way for him coming at the moment. And yeah, could be very, very interesting to see what he does. But we'll find out as Captain Kirk does a 2:10.4 for the rest of it. So he is in second place, but still a good 1.1 seconds away from anything at the moment. Matt Munro's trying to get his way across, but I don't know what he's going to do. He's gone straight to the top. Oh, no, second row with a 2:10.2. Not bad. Oh! What a drive there from Alex McEwen. Still absolutely smashing it there. PBs after PBs, 2 in a row for him. Finally, someone's in the 209s here, right next to Alex McEwen. 3.5 tenths goes Matthias Felsen in the Jaguar Praga R1. Then we've got Lindsay Muddle comes across with a 10.2. So it's starting to heat up. We're within a second of Alex McEwen's time now, and it is dead set just about over here in qualifying If you have not crossed the start-finish line now, that is it for your qualifying session, so to speak. You better be on a hot one here. High-pressure stakes here because you've only got 3 laps really to do it here at Road America by the time the lap counters come around. Who is going to climb up the list here at the moment? We have got Falzon here. He's 2.5 tenths off Alex McEwen, albeit only 1 tenth away overall, but he stuffed it up completely. So that is him done for the evening. He will be off that in a trot. What can Lindsay Muddle do? His first sector is yellow, so he has not set a personal best there either. So another thing to consider for him, if he can get it green in the next one, he might just get himself a bit of track knowledge under his belt and get further up the grid. Oh, that was Mitchell Cole there sitting off there in the bunda. He got out of the way very quick. But Lindsay Muddle in third overall. No one behind him's setting any PBs. I don't think Matt Munro's going to be able to do it either at the moment, although he does go into third position. Knocks Muddle out of it. Only 1.22 tenths of a second. Pretty damn quick. Goes quicker again. Hey! Yeah, Mr. DNQ from a couple of seasons ago. And Chris is dying in the background there. I'll save him. We've got DNQ on the front row. We've got the Maltese Marvel second. Puddle of Mud, or Larko Muddle in third. And the Corporal in fourth. Munro's Jr. in fifth. Andre Elliott in sixth place. Captain in seventh. Nathan Hughes in eighth. James Bullock and Nick Mole round out your top 10. The Eggman, Humpty Dumpty in 11th place. Dion Clerk debuting tonight here in the Wednesday Cup. Drives it into 12th place. Not a bad showing from him. Ezra Simmons as well, back in it. Stephen Warwick, Paul Buttigieg in 15th. Mitchell Cole, Scotty McEwen. The haircut, Mr. Ocean, Ashley Ocean himself, and Wardy round out the grid for tonight. Sam Bensley did attend but did not set a lap.
Yeah, so he'll be starting at the back, but out the front is where the action will be happening. McEwen and Falzon off the front row, and it's a fairly, it's a medium run down there into the first turn, but a sweeping sort of a medium speed turn as well. So we might see just 2x2 all the way down. We've got Muddle and Buttigieg behind them, so certainly some aggressive customers there in the top 10. That's it's really going to make this next race I'm excited.
Get excited, Big Kev style.
Big Kev.
I'm excited, he says, far out. We are going to be right there with you, ladies and gents. Hopefully both of our voices can keep up for the evening. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong here in the comms box, as it is on the racetrack, getting spicy and jumpy as well here at Road America. We're going to be right back with you here for race 1 of the evening. 2 more to come after that. Stick around. It's going to be an absolute rip snorter here at Sensational TV. Go get those condiments filled up.
Get the Canara fired up. Zach has just dropped
Sit
out.
back,
Oh,
relax.
there he goes. He's come back. Let's relax. Let's go to race 1.
Oh, come anyone who will listen. I have got a story to share about a woman I know with the most gorgeous soul you're going to find anywhere. And if that sounds like something you're after, gather around the fire and I'll tell you a tale.
Oh, we're back, ladies and gents. Just waiting for the rest of the field to make their way out onto the circuit. You can see, I'm just going to get a view here of the grid because they're actually quite large. The gaps between the grid boxes. So you can see that Alex McEwen has like a 2-car advantage almost on Matthias Falzon there. So plenty of room off the start for these guys to hopefully just get around this first lap unscathed. Then they can all get stuck into each other nice and proper for the remaining 15 minutes of this race.
Oh, yeah, stuck into each other like a porno movie. I'll tell you what, these guys, we wanted to get absolutely rip-snorting straight into the battling because with that gappage, it's probably good if you get a bad start because you've got a little bit of forgiveness there between you and the next car. But, wow, colourful grid. Again, we've got some super liveries here tonight. Geez, we've got Jaguars, we've got John Player Specials, we've got bloody DeWalt, we've got, you name it. It's there, McLaren-esque liveries. We've got something that looks like that looks like the old Alfa Romeo. There's a Jaguar, one of Matthias Falzon. John Player Special right behind, no, that's not. That's the Renault car. That is a Air Malta for the Maltese Marvel himself. We've got Mercedes-Benz, Nick De Vries there. We've got McLaren in IndyCar. We've got McLaren in IndyCar again. It just all happens. It keeps going. There's your John Player Special and Nathan Hughes. Then you got Renault as well. There, that is a Dolphin, or a Dolphin, I think it is. Can't remember which one. Custom livery. Still here. Geez, it's all happening. I love these colours. That's a
Jimmy Broadbent, that one. That's Goldie.
That is a Jimmy Broadbent one. I was thinking of his name. I couldn't think of the famous streamer.
Yeah.
We got them as well. He's a fair way off the pace. Then we've got your generics. There's a Ferrari one. Mission style. That is awesome. There's the other Maltese Marvel coming through of Falzon. His teammate there. I don't know what that one is. That is my favourite one on the track. Yeah. That takes me back to 1998 V8 Supercar style. That is, what is that? Walero. Yeah. Never heard of that brand before, but still, very angular looking one. Yeah. Toyota's back in the grid too with the Vodafone livery there as well. Porsche's entered the chat too. Campbell's. Crikey's. They're all inspired, and that is an old Benetton Formula One.
Yeah.
There as well, and there is me, and that is Chris.
Dead set.
Right there. And dead set. We are absolutely ready to go here for racing tonight. Not too far, but here before lights out, Christopher Munro. 18 seconds to go. Who are we going to predict in the chat, gents, ladies? Get out there. Give us your predictions.
Yeah, we've got Ron chiming in, reckons Lindsay can get a top 3. So that'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be good for the sensational stock out here anyway. But we're going to find that out soon, ladies and gents, because we are about to go racing. Don't you go anywhere because the lights are out. And Alex McEwen, as usual, off to a cracking start. Can't see the rest of the field for the camera angles, but he is off and gone, really. His clean pair of heels. Jake Buttigieg moving to the inside of, who is that? Hughes, I think. But he's going to just slide up the inside there. No, that's Lindsay Muddle. Oh, just gives him a little bit of a tap on the inside. Muddle takes advantage and goes up the inside. Matt Munro here getting involved. Let's see if we can get a top view here because this is all happening. Here goes Buttigieg around the outside. Muddle up the inside. Matt Munro looking to take advantage as well. He's going to sit in the slipstream here, but look at these two, Buttigieg and Muddle, side by side up the main straight. A little bit of rubber banding there, but Matt Munro sees it and avoids it. Look at the suck here from Matt Munro. He's closing up on the inside here of Jake Buttigieg. He's going to go for it. He's off the road here. This is crazy stuff here on lap 1. He's going to send it. You know he is. There he goes, deep under brakes. Nice little block pass there indeed. But that just checks Buttigieg up into Muddle, and that's a clean pair of heels for Matt Munro. Thank you very much. But look back here. They're going 3 wide. Muddle again up the outside. It's got Hughes getting involved now as well as these two guys just starting to fall back through the field. We've got Bollock, Mole, Igmanis chiming in as well at the back of this little battle pack. And then we've got Simmons and the rest of the field. But the battle's on for the leads as Falzon has made up a couple of tenths behind Alex McEwen as it stands. Matt Munro sitting in third, and he is out there in no man's land at the moment. The captain has made his way through as well up into the top 4. He's being chased by Elliott and Buttigieg now down the back of the straight. This is a long lap, Zach O'Reilly. It is all happening.
We're out of breath here in the commentary box. It is all happening here. Bit of net coating, bit of rubber banding there for everyone in sundry, but they've come out relatively unscathed, albeit a couple of positions lost. Buttigeg's doing a great job here, tagging onto the back of Andre Elliott there, trying to hound Matt Munro. These two have come to fruition at some point.
Oh, no.
There goes Andre Elliott. He is out around, and he's tipped himself into Buttigieg also. Nick Moles nearly lost it too there in the background. Oh, so right into the back of them was Paul Buttigieg as well. He's tried to get out of the way of everything and sailed off into the concrete barrier. He'll be able to carry on there. Don't stress about that. I'll tell you what, James Bullock's loving all this in front of him coming to fruition. He has now got a little bit of a gap between himself and Nathan Hughes, but there could be some suckage down the front straightaway here, uphill and then downhill into the front. Turn one with the heavy braking marker coming their way very shortly. Is there enough suckage power? We're not too sure here. We'll find out in just a second. No, he's too far away. But Bullock now is trying to get onto the back of Nathan Hughes with Egmanis closing in right there in the back in the Jimmy Broadbent style. Praga R1. It's looking racy at the back. Ezra Simmons is there, but you got 3 or 4 cars off completely wide. That was Sam Bensley.
No.
And he's been put into the fence too. And that was also Mitchell Cole involved in that. Cole's got absolutely nothing left on the front of that car. It would have to be. In the damage department. Looks a bit more like Elvis in the charts. More hits than him. And I'll tell you what, Sam Bensley's trying to get through here and make some amends onto the rest of the racetrack because Dion Clerk is way back there. But Ezra Simmons and Brody Barber coming into each other. Simmons has got the jump there in the Ferrari Praga and taken 10th place straight up where he should be there. I reckon the haircut's going to try and give the old man in front of him maybe something to think about when he looks in the mirror.
Yeah, how good's Ezra Simons going at the moment? He is dead set, just making his way up. He used to be when he first joined the server, and no offence taken, just a bit of a moving chicane. But I tell you what, in the last few rounds, he has really put the pedal to the metal, getting a little bit of a shove there from Brody Barber as well. And who's that? Andre Elliott chiming in as well. We're going to get his POV here because it's all happening. That is Simons up the inside. That's Barber around the outside, and Elliott searching for a way through. Let's make it 3 wide. There's a gap there, Elliott. Get in there. Oh, this is very good stuff down the back, straight through the kink. These cars are flat out and they got plenty of grip, so don't even worry about the brakes there. Look at the run here from Elliott. He's going to just sail around the outside here, coming down into Canada Corner at turn 12. They're 3 wide. Who is that up the inside? Nick Mole having a look as well. Holy moly. Simons, Barber, side by side. Elliott's gotten through on those two. And now Simons just has to yield, but he's not going to make it easy for him. Barber around the outside gets the job done. Fantastic driving from all these guys.
Oh, look at that. They're still going at it too. Barber's made a shocker of an exit there onto the front straightaway. He's going to get all those positions he just took taken back off him. So he now has to rethink himself into the racing brain book and go once more because Simmons and Mole in front of them are going hammer and tong. And here comes the haircut once again. Got the suck down the front straightaway. Downhill, it's going to be Underground Mumble. Goes straight past Ezra Simmons. Thank you very much. He says, easy as you like, says the Underground Mumble. Burrows his way into another position there too. These guys are driving very, very nicely. Maybe some of the front runners can take note of this. Yeah. Leaving racing room, giving aggressive moves.
Oh, no.
Look at, there goes Ezra Simmons. He's gone. He has absolutely oversteered himself off into the Amazon. That is him done for the evening. Yep. Holy mackerel. Look at Hughes now. He is getting hounded here by Captain Kirk. They are both going at each other, hammer and tong here too. Up for the switchback goes Nathan Hughes because the captain's gone way, way wide into another galaxy even there for a second. Here comes James Bullock too, joining himself into this party. This is going to be a threesome, nearly could be a foursome, and then a party coming. All these guys, great, they keep battling, but Lindsay Buttle has somehow come out on top of all that too in 4th place and cleared this battle, focusing on the man in front of him 1.7 seconds away, Matt Munro.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice steady gaps up there at the front. But here in the mid-pack, this is where the action is, ladies and gents. We got Will Kirk, who's just sort of kicked clear now of Mr. Bullock, excuse me. Curtis Igmanis now making some making a lot of ground there on James Bullock, and we're going to see that some unfortunate rubber banding there for Igmanis, but all smiles, no tears yet, as he's still facing the correct direction. But he's going to need Kirk, Hughes, and Bullock to maybe just get stuck into each other just a little bit here to maybe let him tack back onto the back of this. It's not really a DRS train; it's more of a suck train down here at Road America, and what better way to spend your Wednesday evening than in a suck train, Zach O'Reilly?
Well, jeez. Well, wouldn't that be someone's wet dream? I'll give you that. Maybe some of the guys out there on track are right there in that period where it happens. But Alex McEwen's doing 209s in the racing department, absolutely galloping away at the front. Mitchell Cole, the rapper, here he's trying to get all over the back of Ward, the debutant tonight, sitting inside the top 15 for Wardy.
Yeah.
Not too bad in the racing department here. He'll be happy with that, but he's now relatively under threat here. He is going to get overtaken. Trying around the outside goes Mitchell Cole here. Trailer Park Girl Star just cuts him off a little bit there too, just to give him something to think about, but he's got that job done easy as you like. Got a ripper run out of the final turn at Road America. Sails down. Is Ward going to fight it back? He tries to, but just isn't close enough. And the Peugeot Praga R1 and the Skoda and the Porsche, all of them, they're all right there with each other. Cracking driving, keeping each other honest but clean at the same time. Really, really good to see from then. Is the captain getting any closer? No, he's not on watch there as the captain, but Buttigieg is all over the back of Egmanis now. He is right there. He's climbing his way back through the field after the unfortunate start he had, and he'll be trying to get himself within that top 5 at least so he can start mid-pack for the next one. Oh, no, look at that in front. That's Egmanis and Bullock. They've come together, and that is it for them. They are completely out of this one. Bullock's facing the wrong way. He's yeeted himself into the barrier. And Jimmy Broadbent, the second, and Egmanis there doing the same thing, but nearly front on. He's trying to get it in reverse. He can't get it done. This is disaster here.
Yeah.
4.5 point turn there for Egmanis. And the championship is just flipped on its head again. The Captain Kirk and Buttigieg are right next to each other here. Kirk's got a really good inside run, but that's going to hurt him on exit because that momentum really, really helps you here in a Praga with the high downforce, slow horsepower. Really, really need to keep that exit speed up. And Buttigieg is just gapping him ever so slightly. 0.2 of a second between the two of them here. This is exciting racing. If he keeps him right where he is right now in the captain, that front straightaway is looking pretty tasty for another bit of suck action here on a Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah, that's what you want to hear, ladies and gents. But look at these two. Oh, Will Kirk, a massive snap, and that's the end of his race, ladies and gents. Big DNF, and he will drop down through the order. Very unfortunate for him.
That's hardware issue, surely.
Yeah, that was just... No, it looked like he just had a bit of snap oversteer and just lost the car at the top. But that's someone off the field. That was Ward. Oh, no, it's tragic. In his first race here, and he's nosed up against the wall down there at... where are we? At the King... No, I don't even know where that is. Yeah, Canada Corner there. Yeah. Oh, devastated. That's 2 DNFs in the last 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. The guys are... They have better heart than that. Don't you worry about it. They will stick it out, and I'm sure the boys will be back for race 2 and 3 because there's 2 more races to come, ladies and gents. Action aplenty. Here's Dion Clerk on debut, and he's got about 4/10 to Paul Buttigieg, who is also on the comeback after getting poleaxed a bit earlier in the race.
Yeah, starting to gain his way back through the field was Dion. He was 12th at the start of the race and in 14th. You can see the windscreen there has got a bit more cracks than a nudist beach in it at the moment. Oh. So he'll be a bit hampered in the vision department. But look at the train in front of him developing. That is from 10th all the way down to 14th. There is nothing in it here. Maybe some lap traffic getting in the way. Buttigieg's getting the draft here now in Paul too. So Paul Buttigieg's getting up and under Ezra Simmons' wheelhouse and just taking a position easy you like, but not for long because he's stuffed up on exit. Lock the brakes. He's not going to be happy with that. Side-by-side action here now coming our way. What's Buttigieg going to do? He's going to go wide on. That is Jody Barber full off into the apex there right at the wrong time. But Buttigieg said, I couldn't give a rat's toss bag. I'll just drive India, which he basically did, and gained a position over Ezra Simmons again. Brave man for Paul Buttigieg in the $28,000 sim motion racing league that he's got under his belt. He would have been absolutely yeeted off up into the atmosphere if he hit that bloke at a rate of knots. Wow. Cracking driving from all of these guys.
Fantastic. And what about the improvement there from Paul Senior Buttigieg? Tell you what, with the $30,000 sim rig that he's got, Jakey's spewing because that's some of his inheritance there. And not only does he get $30K off his inheritance, but the old man's getting quicker. He might just give Jake a run for his money in a couple of months. So I tell you what, he's under all sorts of pressure though at the moment. Here comes Simons out of the slipstream, just slides up the inside at Canada, gets the job done. Dion Clerk looking for some sort of opportunity. It's not going to come to him yet because he has his hands full with Curtis Egmanis behind.
Yeah, definitely. Look at that. Igmanus is trying to get his way back through the field. He can be up there in the top 10. Don't you worry about that. And he has got the best opportunity of a lifetime. Ashley Poole, Mr. Swimming Pool himself, is sitting there at the front of this little suck battle where you've got 5 people getting sucked here at the moment. Well, 4 actually, and 1 getting a bit of behind action there too in Buttigieg as well. He's now in the draft well and truly here.
Look at this.
He is going to go straight up the inside of Simmons here. Look at that 3-way into turn.
Oh, no.
It's disaster. There goes Simmons. He's off, and that was disaster for himself. I think Simmons got punted by an Igmanus. I'm not too sure if I'm correct there.
This
but
guy.
Poole, it was actually Poole who got punted him off. So very, very disappointing for everyone in Sundry there. And that is not good for the haircut. He is slid down the grid. Theon Clerk also getting overtaken once again by Paul Buttigieg. This guy's on for overtakes of the night tonight. He's made about 50,000 already here just in race 1. He's going for it again. Very, very cracking windscreen there too, nearly impeding his vision. He's going to go deep under brakes as Paul. Look at that. Between these two guys, Buttigieg and Dion Clerk, giving each other racing room, but just enough to keep it out of misery there for the both of them. And racing on, Paul Buttigieg's charging inside to the top 10. He's only got 1.3 seconds to catch the back of Igmanus, but his back eyes will be looking rearward and hoping that Clerk here does not get any chockies over him before he gets to Igmanus.
Yeah, a top 10 reverse grid in race 2. Don't forget, ladies and gents. So this is kind of the battle for the pole position of race 2, and what a difference it makes. Either finishing 10th or 11th. So Paul Buttigieg, 2 minutes now, 2 minutes and 3 seconds to be precise, to make up some ground and maybe challenge Curtis Igmanus for that pole position in race 2. But I'll tell you what, Alex McEwen has just been unstoppable, sets another purple lap of a 2:09.2, faster than his qualifying lap. Thank you very much, Falzon. And Matt Munro, pretty much everyone else in Sundry sitting in the 2-minute 10s, midway up the 2-minute 10. So McEwen just lightning tonight. Lindsay Muddles made his way up behind Matt Munro as well. That gap has come right down to 4 tenths, maybe a little bit under. So maybe a little bit of spicy action to come.
Definitely. Look at Munro. He's now looking rearward. That VR headset of his is well and truly becoming full in the mirror spectrum of a black Lindsay Muddle coming his way and coming at a rate of knots too. As you said, it was 1 second and now it's only half a second. So he's half the gap there, looking over the rear wing here of Matt Munro's Mercedes-Benz liveried Praga F1. He is up on his own personal best, so he knows the pressure's on. He can feel it coming, but he's got to push onwards and focus forward. Keep those optic nerves looking straight onto the racetrack. Don't worry about the mirrors at the moment for Matt Munro, but Lindsay Muddle's got the early apex speed. Oh, geez, we've got that is Bensley still sitting there doing absolutely nothing on the infield, unfortunately for him, but the battle is on now. We are coming up to the second half of Road America where the suck does become strong into a right-hander here. You've got to get this corner right because the next one is the long sweeping parabolic turn, or whatever you want to call it, the sweeper itself. Look at the difference in lines here, ladies and gents. Matt Munro goes for the wide line and then a late apex. Lindsay Muddle sticking at mid-track the whole way around. That's the way it works for him. But it has worked out better for Matt Munro on that circumstance. More downhill with the wheel pointed straight gives you that little bit of momentum just to stay out of any trouble here from Lindsay Muddle's suck game coming on strong here. Tell you what, if there was members of the Rainbow community, take watch tonight. There's sucking going on everywhere.
That's what you want to hear, really, there. But 2 seconds to go, and Alex McEwen will be in the hot seat to win this race. But I'll tell you what, the battle's on here for the minor positions. Munro being hounded by Lindsay Muddle in every capacity here. Fakes going to the inside. Muddle gets back onto the racing line. McEwen crosses the line for victory in race 1, mind you, but we can't take our eyes off this because this is going to be a dead set race to the blind. Look at this. Lindsay Muddle with the momentum coming up with the suck battle. They're going to cross the line. Matt Munro just by a bee's dick. Wowee, what a finish.
That's cracking stuff. That is awesome there for the last section of that race. That was 100% neck and neck photo finish, but the timing tower's given it to Matt Munro by 300ths of a second. Happy days for him. Alex McEwen in first place, dominated that race, 6.1 seconds over Matthias Falzon at the end of it, just galloping away here, Mackay Diva style in every single furlong of the event tonight. Who's going to catch him? Who knows? Because it is a reverse top 10 coming our way. Falzon in second place. Good for him. Matt Munro and Lindsay Muddle photo finish for third. Hughesy and Buttigieg fourth. Then it was very close by Andre Allen and Buttigieg also only a tenth of a second. Another photo finish for them. And there was another photo finish after Mitchell Cole versus Egmanis. Look at that, 800ths of a second there by the end of it for
Wow.
9th and 10th on the grid. But Egmanis will be happy with that
Yep.
because he starts well and truly off pole for the next one. Paul Buttigieg fought his way through as
Wow.
best as he could through all the carnage, Chris, and just managed to keep it clean and sticks himself in 11th. That means he'll probably get up to 9th, I reckon, by the next race.
Well, let's hope so. If he can stick himself in that top 12, he'll be looking at a front half of a start on the grid for race 3. So a little bit of strategy to be had there, ladies and gentlemen. But obviously within your best interests to place the best you can in every single race. So there's no point really just battling for 12th if you're capable of better. But as it stands, Igmanis and Cole will be the front pair in race 2 with Bullock and Elliott behind him. Buttigieg, the Jake Jr. variety, and Hughesy with Muddle and Munro. That's a bit of a tongue twist there. Falzon and McEwen starting off the 5th row. And they'll be right in the thick of it down there. Don't you worry about that.
Yep, absolutely. As McEwen pulls into the pits, smells and tastes victory here tonight for race 1. 2 more coming your way here in viewership land at Sensational TV tonight. Cracking to have you all with us here for all the action. There's going to be more coming our way. I'll give you the hot tip because, geez Louise, with finishes like that for the race 1, who knows what race 2 and 3 are going to produce. And if you absolutely love what you're seeing, give us a like and a subscribe to the channel. The road to 1,000's coming very, very shortly. We really would appreciate if you can get everyone on board for that here at Sensational. But that is it for race 1.
Yeah.
For everyone else, McEwen is your winner. We've still got cars circulating around the field at the moment. Oh, no, that's Kirk and Wardy, who did not finish the race.
They did not.
Race 2, Chris, coming shortly.
Coming up in just a moment, ladies and gents. So you got a little bit of time to go to the bathroom, get your snacks refilled, do whatever you need to do, because race 2 will be kicking off very shortly. Do not go anywhere.
Come to my lair. So happy to see you. Naked, lying on my bed. It's just like I dreamed you. I'm wondering if I could be the next to die between your legs.
Nice to see you today. Haven't seen you for a while, so it would have been great. It may take a little time, but everything's fine. Always being solid mates. Fly around and work this town, spend everything we got. Give a shit about tomorrow's plane flight. Let's just get fucked up. Here's to you, my old friend. Here's to us even after death. Find the time.
Ooh, you're back on circuit, ladies and gents. Welcome to all the new viewers out there. We got the Malaysian Marvel in the chat saying hello, boys. Hello and welcome to you as well, Syarif.
Mohammed Sarif.
That's the man. That's the man. But wondering where he is out on track. I reckon he'd enjoy these downforce cars, Zach O'Reilly.
100% he would. There'd be absolutely nothing stopping him from coming back to it. I'll give you the hot tip. But he's loving watching Sensational. It's great to have him here with us. The Malaysia Marvel will be back, I'm sure, very, very soon for some racing.
Ooh, yeah.
Speaking of which, race 2, absolute belter coming your way. The grid is as such. Curtis Egmanis off the front row there with Mitchell Cole right behind him, or car length and a half back. James Bullock, Andre Elliott round out the second row of the grid. Jake Buttigieg and Nathan Hughes with Lindsay Muddle, Matt Munro, Matthias Falzon and Alex McEwen rounding out your top 10. So what is McEwen going to do? He's got some feisty customers in front of him in terms of Falzon and Matt Munro and Muddle, but also Nathan Hughes, who can put up a good fight in the defensive department. He makes that bloody thing as wide as 55 Pragas at some stage, doesn't he, Chris?
Yeah, he sure does. We've seen that in the past. One thing we've also seen in the past is that wherever you put Alex McEwen on the grid, he will safely and cautiously make his way through and effectively make his way through the field. So I suspect tonight will be no different to that. Stick around, ladies and gents. A minute and 20 to go till we kick off race 2 for the evening. Who's in the hot seat up here in the top 5? Andre Elliott. He had some pretty good pace last time. Bullock. Actually, all these guys. It's going to be a matter of defence and maybe a little bit of strategy here in this race. Not in the traditional sense of strategy, but maybe just thinking forward, ahead, and maybe not battling the folk that you might necessarily not be in the same race with, if you know what I mean. But we'll see how we go later on. We got 40 seconds to go, Zach. And I am dying by the second, so looking forward to getting this underway because the action sort of cures what ails me.
I was going to say, I can do the honours if you really want me to for race 2.
Oh, yeah.
For the opening lap. Keep that voice back in check.
Yeah.
For the dulcet tones of that.
You can
We
do
might
that.
as well get that happening. But it's going to be exciting, ladies and gents. 16 seconds left here before the lights are out. And they are up and ready to go here. You know what that means? That means to strap back in your seats. The racing brains in these guys' heads at the moment in the cockpit are getting louder. The revs are climbing here. We've got 6 lights here ready to rock and roll, and we are about to go racing. We're off. Here we go. Egmanis gets a good start, but I think Mitchell Cole's probably got a better one behind him. Bullock, Elliott, Buttigieg, Hughes, and Muddle all pretty evenly spread. The field is a little bit tight. You can see some 3 wide battling at the back there. We've got 3 wide here into turn 1, 2. If they're not careful, they all stream past there beautifully. Bullock gets out of the way of Andre Elliott. Andre Elliott sung out and absolutely hung out to dry there. That is going to be making him susceptible here to Jake Buttigieg. Buttigieg up the inside of Andre Elliott. Bit of rubber banding. Oh, Elliott's on the cold tyres, sailed around the outside, but lost it into the marbles there. He's going to get sucked into this with Falzon, Munro and Muddle too. These are all going to have a good crack at him. Hughes got the job done there at the back. Look at the double suck coming away for Alex McEwen, splitting the G there at the moment on Falzon and Dion Clerk, I think it is too, right behind them. But this is all happening at the front. As we see, McEwen sailed around outside. There goes Falzon. He's off. And also there goes Jake Buttigieg too into the bunda. Not the best choice for him at the moment. Sails all the way to the back of the grid there or thereabouts. It is still happening here in the mid-pack. We have got a battle here between McEwen, Muddle, Elliott and Mitchell Cole all have 4-line astern here with Dion Clerk right at the back there. Falzon's dropped back a little bit there too after his outing. And now here goes Andre Elliott up the inside of Mitchell Cole. He's got the job done there right at the point of knot. Sails it up there now. Mitchell Cole's been hung out wide there. Absolutely rip-snorting stuff here from Lindsay Muddle. Sailing beautifully into 6th place with Alex McEwen right behind them too, trying to fight his way through to the front. McEwen's now on the outside. He's going to get this job done too. They're going to be line astern as we come into the fast sweeper here at the back. This is the suck section of the circuit.
Oh, McEwen off.
goes Alex McEwen off into the bunda. He's made a mistake, rare mistake there from McEwen. He's bottled up everyone. Cole and Falzon right behind him. Dead set, all shitting himself. A 5-car train, now getting nearly 8 cars in the back of this one. By the time Cole single files himself in there, Matthias Falzon right on the back of these guys too. What can Mr. Munro do? He is well and truly a cork in the bottle of this massive gaggle of cars here, and Nathan Hughes is trying everything he possibly can to get past him, but now he's under threat. Here is Hughes because he's run wide, and here comes Andre Elliott. Andre Elliott's going to go straight up the inside, take that position off Nathan Hughes, and now Lindsay Muddle's going to involve himself in this one too. He's gone around the outside of Nathan Hughes there for 4th. Now he's going to try and get 5th place, off Andre Elliott. And done. There goes Andre Elliott into 5th. Lindsay Muddle 4th position. And these guys are still going on at each other. Wowee, cracking driving. Nearly no collisions by all of them here. And there goes McEwen. Just absolutely easy as you like around Nathan Hughes. He didn't make his Praga any wider than a Praga did that time.
Yeah, it's all you need to do sometimes, ladies and gents. But now these guys just start to sort out their positions a little bit better as the gaps just start to get a little bit wider, let's say that. But here's a close little battle down the back. Stephen Warwick is all up the back of Paul Buttigieg. We're going to ride on board in C. Just pumped himself out of the suck. Look at the momentum, ladies and gents. Just needs to get it pulled up now and find the apex. He does so. Gives Paul plenty of space on the outside. Dion Clerk just had himself a bit of a gutser on the inside. But this little battle here is not over yet. Buttigieg misses the apex by an absolute country mile. And that's going to give Warwick a nice little bit of encouragement up the arse of him for sure. So we're going to ride on board with Warwick and just see if he can squeeze out maybe another little mistake from Paul. He does miss the apex by about a car's length there as well. So just maybe not as comfortable as he'd like to be at this point, but we're going to tune in up the front because the battle is on now. McEwen, Elliott, Muddle, all separated by absolutely nothing on the track. A little bit of a gap up front now to Munro, and I mean that gap is half a second. That seems like a big gap compared to what is going on here. Here goes Elliott, steps out of the slipstream for Lindsay Muddle. Wants to have a bit of a dig up the inside here. He does. Alex McEwen thinks about taking advantage as well, but just couldn't get the right track position there. Here goes Andre Elliott. Almost a little bit of contact there with Muddle. These two aside, not giving each other absolutely anything. But it looks like Elliott has got the better of it for now. He goes up into 4th position. Lindsay Muddle lacking a little bit in that 3rd sector. And McEwen just playing the patient waiting game here for these guys just to all sort themselves out. 2:11.1 by Curtis McManus up there in the lead. He's been leading this race by 2 seconds. Here goes Muddle now, has the suck on. Elliott just pulls up alongside here into turn 1. But look at McEwen, look at the drive he got. He just actually second thought that and pulled out of the throttle. He really needs to just get clear of these guys. Andre Elliott just taking a bit too much of that inside, and he will just drift down the order here as Hughes will take advantage of a slow-moving Andre Elliott down the back straight. Here goes McEwen up into 4th position.
He's got the job done. He's got it done here on Lindsay Muddle. These guys are now neck and neck. Muddle's still trying to go around the outside. Not going to work in a Praga. He's got to be careful because he's got 2 angry customers right behind him in Andre Elliott. The doc himself of Andre Elliott and Merv's love child sitting right behind them too. Geez, these guys give each other absolutely nothing on the circuit. Muddle has got to get Gallop on here because if he doesn't get that rip-snorting car out anywhere in clear air, he's going to be in trouble. So here is James Bullock. Munro just straight up the inside in Matthew, just dangles his car right where the sun shines and takes P2 easy as you like off James Bullock. Bullock being very kind there as well, but here comes McEwen on the back of these guys. Look at Elliott now. The different lines here, just had to check up a little bit there. That's going to hurt him on the exit for the pace department with Hughes right behind him as well. You can see that gap just ever so slightly decreasing between the two of them, but Muddle has got a better run out of them. Bullock has got past by McEwen, and he's sailing back at a rate of knots too. Muddle's going to involve himself in on this one as front. You can see there the gap now, only 0.3 of a second between all of these 4 cars here. What can Muddle do? He's got to keep it clean, mean and fast, else he's going to be hounded at the moment. As Bullock's in the way at any one momentum, any point of any momentum, I reckon Andre Elliott, the doc, is just going to try and take some patience, administer some of that potion of talent and just sail past around the outside of any of these 2 in front of him. driving really well are these guys. Very, very hairy, but also keeping it pretty clean in the great part. Lindsay Muddle's got a suck. So has Andre Elliott too. So I think it's under James Bullock's chance here for maybe go defensive, but he doesn't at all. Muddle's just going to go straight up the inside. And TP4 as easy as taking candy from a baby there right as we speak. And Bullock sailing down the list, gone from second down to fifth within a half of a lap here at Road America, and he's off into the bunda sailing across the outside there and still managing to keep it up. But Muddle on the charge here. Our co-commentator here in the Sensational TV channel is driving very, very well in his downforce cars, but now it's going to get spicy. This is what we come to see. A Leviathan has been versus a now been coming right beside each other, and he's going to take the chockies there unless Munro has anything to say about it. No, he's got his head screwed on tonight racecraft wise as Munro. Not going to argue with Alex McEwen. He'll just let him go, and hopefully that means they can catch the back of Egmanis pretty damn quickly. Egmanis has driven very, very well to stay out in front this long, mind you. 3 laps. We've only got 8 minutes and 14 seconds odd left to go here by the time the race encounter finishes my sentence.
Yeah, smart driving there from Munro as well. We probably would have seen once back in the day where he would have just battled McEwen for the absolute sheep stations for the last 8 minutes, but obviously that is not the best tactic in a sprint race, because I'll tell you what, there's not much time, and these guys, once you start battling, look at the train behind him. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars all lined up just to have a crack at Munro. So fantastic awareness there. Fantastic racecraft, as you said. Zach O'Reilly's got his head screwed on tonight after a few words from the stewards last week.
Yeah, definitely got in his ear. Oh, no, Egmanis is absolutely unforced there at himself out of that one. He's got collected by Falzon on the way through. That is not anything you want. You don't want any more salt in the wounds after an unforced error, and he still can't get out of that one. He's going to have to. He nearly got clipped again too, reversing, but Munro versus McEwen is on again. Munro has got a really, really good run here. He's probably about half a car length away from getting a position off Alex. Is Alex going to go defensive on the inside? He's got one move that he can make. They're sailing down the inside. No, not anything to do in the defensive department from Alex McEwen. He must have known he's stuffed up somewhere and just letting it go. And he'll have another crack playing the long game of chess here is McEwen. If you work it out, they've probably only got about 3 laps to go here of suck battle if they stick with each other. Munro is right there, and so is McEwen too, making Munro stick mid-track, forcing that sort of racing line between the two of them. That is also a really good game of chess. And here comes Lindsay Muddle in the background there. That is Andre Elliott around again. He has had an absolute war tonight. World War III is coming Andre Elliott's way. But Muddle here is going for the double shot. He's going to go 3 wide here with the ball to the heavy braking zone.
Oh, no.
Muddle is on the outside. He sent it harder than Osama bin Laden did. And he's gone straight up the inside. He's managed to keep it together, but not for long, because Muddle's come right back at him. It's a drag race up the hill, breaking 3rd gear. And now Matt Munro has to yield and let Lindsay Muddle through. Lindsay's on the charge here. He's found his gap. He's found the actual talent in his brain for the Prague's downforce car suiting him down to the ground here, so to speak. And he's on the charge here for Alex McEwen's first place. Cracking stuff from all 3.
Yeah, tell you what, someone's chucked a few bricks in McEwen's car in the break between race 1 and race 2, because these guys are just staying with him no matter what. But I tell you what, as I say that, McEwen just pops on the afterburners and puts on 3/10 on Lindsay Muddle through that carousel section alone. But I tell you what, Matt Munro won't be too happy about that. But all he has to do is stay in touch, because as we've seen, these suck battles are interesting to say the least. Just need to be thereabouts at the start of this long pit straight. And you can find yourself very much close or even in front of the car in front of you. So Matt Munro just trying to stay in touch with Lindsay Muddle, who in turn is trying to stay in touch with Alex McEwen. But as you can see there visually, that gap getting bigger. Matt Munro making a big mistake there in the final turn. That's going to drop the suck train for him. And he can see Nathan Hughes now making some room behind him in his rearview mirror, as well as James Bullock. So these top 5 all just starting to kick clear. They've got a 6-second gap to Falzon back there in 6th. It looks like Andre Elliott's woes are continuing. A very slow-moving McLaren-coloured Praga R1 there for Andre Elliott. So better nights at the office have been had by him in the past. 4 minutes to go, ladies and gents. Alex McEwen's just turned on the afterburners and gone bang. See you later, Lindsay.
Look at that. His last lap was a 2:10.7, and his now current lap's going to be a 209 something. If you can keep that afterburner going, he'll stick it within the 209s, I guarantee you. With all that clean air in front of him, he's galloping away. He's also kept his nose clean very, very nicely as well. Mitchell Cole's doing a good job here trying to stick on the back of Ezra Simmons, who is now, again, once at the front of a suck train between the two of them. We've got Jake and Paul lying astern. This is Christmas present stuff here. Anyone comes to fruition, the inheritance, Christmas presents, anything you want to name it, borrow some money, Dad, can I for a night out? And it's not going to be coming Jake's way if he gets anything amiss with the old man, but he's just done it nicely there. The old man knew where his place was in the racing department, got out of the way. But Buttigieg, 9th and 10th, senior and junior, that is where they will be, and they'll be somewhere up the front if they keep this going on. Mitchell Cole has run really wide, so that is inviting Jake up the inside. Here he goes. No prisoners taken here at the moment. He's just going to try and do that move straight up the inside. It does so. Oh, Mitchell Cole giving each other plenty of room here on circuit. Great driving from all of them in sundry. They're doing so well here to keep it clean around this Road America circuit into the parabolic of the really big, long, sweeping right-hander down the hill. What can Mitchell Cole do? Is he going to get that suck job done from anyone in front of him? No, he's too far away. Here goes Buttigieg, too wide into this corner. It's pretty hairy at the best of times. They managed to keep it going. And then Buttigieg is on the inside line. He's going to have the advantageous position at the next heavy braking zone if he can stick the nose up there far enough. But can he do so? Mitchell Cole's still there. No, Buttigieg sailed it up the inside, got that job done. Mitchell Cole's yielded, and now he's under threat there from Paul at the back as well. 10th place up for grabs here for Mitchell Cole and Paul Buttigieg. Beautiful stuff from the both of them. They've got to make sure they keep it clean and mean at the moment. It is a four-way suck battle. Ezra is well and truly the cork in the bottle here between the three of them. Paul's just got to sit there and watch all this come to fruition, and I reckon he's going to get a couple of posies out of it. You can see the suck going on there. Buttigieg now right on the back of Simmons. He's going to take that place as well. Into 7th place goes Jake Buttigieg over Ezra Simmons, and right behind them is Mitchell Cole. He's going to try and get a half a crack here at Ezra by the time we get to the next straight and 2 corners time. Right up his clacker.
Yes.
At the moment, not for long though. He's sent it round into the bunda once more. Mitchell Cole, more ambition than talent there, unfortunately. Just put the brakes on too late and the throttle too early and just lost the back of it. Paul Buttigieg's nearly done the same thing there too, but that releases Jake, and Ezra now has got his eyes forward or back because he's in a Buttigieg sandwich here.
Yeah, they can get a little bit tailored, these cars, and you don't want to be cooking the rear tyres as well, because that's when they just start to feel a little bit jelly-like. And when you just ask a bit too much of them, that will just snap the car and around you, go into the fence, into the bunda, wherever you may be facing at the time. Poor old Nathan Hughes has dropped down a position here too. Falzon as well. Not sure what's going on with him, but we've had a DNF as well. In the meantime, Andre Elliott is out of this race after just compounding injuries there from him throughout. But Paul Buttigieg, Mitchell Cole, this is where the battle's on here at the moment. The Maltese Warrior has sent it in hot there, but managed to gather it up through turn 8 into the carousel now. He's dropped about a second on Simons there through that mistake. So we'll check back in with Paul later on and see if he can. Later on, we've got 58 seconds to go, so that might be all that she wrote there for Buttigieg. But in the top 12, that's where you want to be. Curtis McManus gets another shot at the cookie. He'll be starting pole again, unless Brody Barber has something to say about it here in this closing 40 seconds.
Yeah, the haircut is different and well and truly getting his back into the form that he wants to be in the haircut. Just doing beautiful skin fades and blow waves here, circulating his way into the top 12 of all hairdressers in the country is the haircut himself. But nonetheless, that is where Egmartis wants to be, because if anyone behind him, e.g., that'll be Clerk, Cole and Buttigieg, if he sticks it where it is at the moment for Egmartis, they will not be able to pass him too easily. So another opportunity with a longer race coming his way to do so. But here comes another one for the last lap of the race here. The white flag is going to be waved in 5 seconds time, ladies and gents. That will be it for all over by the shouting for Alex McEwen out in front. But Nathan Hughes is hounding the back here of Matthias Falzon. Wow, that is incredible stuff. He's driving beautifully. Can't get close enough here on this occasion, but it is going to draw him in just that little bit closer to be in the suck range by the time we get around the big sweeping turn coming your way in 4 corners time. And Hughesy now trying to go the long way around. He's gone for the switchback, actually. He's really hammering it here. Beautiful, aggressive stuff there from Hughes. Falzon's just left him plenty of room, not even fighting it. I think Falzon's got some hell of an aero damage after clipping the back of, I think it was Bensley at the same, or Andre Elliott maybe. Look at that front windscreen there and the front bar as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely dead set, half hanging off it on one side. So definitely some aero damage for Falzon. But Nathan Hughes climbs into 5th place. Cracking driving. Falzon's got to hold on here because here comes Buttigieg at a rate of not Scandia style. Sydney to Hobart race. The white flag is up. The counter is down to 0. We've only got 4 corners here before the end of the race for these guys battling. Alex McEwen out in front. Lindsay Muddle in second. Matt Munro, 3rd position. Very well raced by all of them. But Hughes, Falzon and Buttigieg now. This is the last time that we will see these guys battling until it's a photo finish. I'm predicting it between any of these 3 for the final stint here in race 2.
Yeah, I think Buttigieg's just got it. Yeah, dead set done there. The damage on Falzon's car, just too much of a challenge to get around the around that section of the track in a pacey manner. But here we go. This is going to be 2 out of 2. Alex McEwen crosses the line for victory in race 2 and does it in style with 4 seconds advantage to Lindsay Muddle, the sensational legend there in 2nd position. Young Munro crosses the line for a 2nd podium, I believe, of the evening. Doing well for himself tonight. James Bullock up there in the top 5 as well as Nathan Hughes. We saw just getting the job done to get himself up there as well. Jake Buttigieg, great drive this time around. Falzon, that car has seen more hits than all the pop stars combined tonight. Poor old Falzon, but Paul Buttigieg gets himself top 10. He'll be cheering about that. Not bad at all. He's flying the flag for the older generation and doing it very nicely indeed. Ezra Simons gets away with another top 10 as well, so mate, coming along leaps and bounds for him. Mitchell Cole gets another top 10, so he'll be up there off the 2nd row as well. Dion Clerk and Curtis Igmanis will be your pole sitters for race 3. The haircut down there in 13th with Steve Warwick in 14th. Sam Bensley having a bit of trouble through that one as well with Wardy and Scott McEwen. And the wettest man out on the circuit, Ashley Poole, comes across the line in 18th position.
Absolutely dripping at the moment is Ashley Poole coming across the line here, wanting to towel off maybe and from the pool and go and hit the showers after 18th place. Still driving very well indeed. 2 minute 17 and a half for his last lap there of the night. Albeit he wasn't last because Andre Elliott was dead set last. Alex McEwen, however, taking the chockies by another country mile, 4 seconds out in front of anyone in front of behind him. Lindsay Muddle coming through beautifully. What another cracking race. That was start and mid pack action there all the way through. Then we had in race 1, it was photo finishes for 3 sets of drivers on the grid. So you know what's going to happen in race 3, don't you? It means
mayhem.
that we are going to have every single possible thing you possibly can think of in racing happen. Maybe even a rollover coming our way.
Yeah.
But that is your winner, Christopher Munro, and he's done beautifully here tonight. 2 out of 2. In fact, 2 out of 3 so far. Meatloaf style. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But we'll see what he can do in the grand scheme of things for the next one, starting a little bit further down the back. And it's a great welcome back to the channel. A long-lost, dedicated subscriber and YouTube aficionado of Nathan Hughes. It is Heather Hughes, the mother of Nathan Hughes. Welcome back to you. It's been absolutely fantastic to have you around here. Cheer on your son because he is going to start 7th for the next one. Going to be exciting.
Yeah, the one and only there in the commentary, in the chat, should I say. But us up here in the commentary box, we're going to take a quick break and get ready for the final race of the evening. That will be a 17-minute shootout with the top 12 positions of this race swapped around. So we're going to see Dion Clerk and Curtis Igmanis off the front row, but we'll be back with that and all the action of race 3 in just a short minute. Do not go anywhere. We will return.
It's about time you felt enough. It's about time for yourself, for yourself, for yourself.
Back for race 3, viewers, and it's going to be an absolute rip schnorter, as always, with the reverse top, whatever it may be. In this case, reverse top 12. The guys that don't usually get a chance at pole position get to try their arm, chance their throw. Arm. Yeah, chance their throw, try their arm, have a crack at starting from the front. Curtis McManus says this is his second shot at it. He started off pole last race. So see how long he can hang on this time. Dion Clerk is on his outside with Mitchell Cole behind him. Ezra Simons up there in the top 5. Keep an eye out for that Ferrari. If he can get some clear air, he'll be a force. Paul Buttigieg's back there too. Falzon behind him. His car is all repaired now for race 3. Never fear. Jake Buttigieg behind him with Hughes, Bullock rounding out your top 9. Matt Munro starting 10th with Muddle and McEwen behind him. That's the podium getters from the previous race. And then we got the haircut Warwick Bensley. Ward still making his way into the server for race 3. Scott McEwen, Ashley Poole. It looks like Andre Elliott's given up the ghost. That's poor form from the Kiwi. I guess it's sort of typical of the of our folks across the Tasman. They might give up on a bit of hard yakka, a bit of adversity. You wouldn't see an Aussie do that. But anyway, moving right along.
They just want easy targets in the paddock, not too far away from them, mate. That's it.
Yeah. They don't have to run too far.
We'll see what they can do next time around at Wednesday Cup in the Kiwi Anzacs across the Tasman there, as you said. But it's going to be an awesome race. Igmanis for another shot, 2 times on pole in around here at Wednesday at OK Racing. I reckon that should be a bragging point for Igmanis. Doesn't matter how you get there. You're starting off the front.
Yeah.
That's probably something that a lot of people haven't done here in OK Racing before. So good on him. But Dion Clerk's finally got his chance here to show his real pace. Clean air in front of him to get past Igmanis and show us what he's all about. Another quick guy as well when he gets it under wraps. But 15 seconds to lights up. Christopher Munro. This is a race 3 for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, take it away, me old son.
Let's get ready for a start, ladies and gentlemen, here in race 3. Can Curtis McManus hold on, or can some of the guys come up from behind and give him something to think about? We'll find out soon because the lights are out and it's a cracking start there from McManus. He's not going to get touched on the way in, but look at Mitchell Cole. That's a shocking start. And he's got Simmons, Paul Buttigieg, Falzon, Jake Buttigieg, all having a crack here. We're going to get the top view because that's a gaggle of 5 cars now going 3 wide behind. The Buttigiegs are just going to try and follow each other through. Jake, that's Paulie in the lead. Jake just coming around Ezra Simons as well. So the 2 Buttigiegs back through into 3rd and 4th position. Jake's going to have a little dip on his dad. Geez, that's cheeky stuff around turn 3. Gets it done and keeps it clean. Paul comes back, maybe a little bit of shouting throughout the house. Oh, Jake, get out of it, you bastard. Give me the position for at least a lap. But Paul's going to fight it going down into turn 5. This is the heavy braking zone. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, can these guys keep the smoke from the tyres? They do. It looks like Jakey's just got the better in the braking department, and he just sweeps around the side of his old man easy as you like. But Falzon now trying to get involved. It looks like there's cars off in the back. Nathan Hughes has come a buster as well. Scotty McEwen just avoids it, but Alex McEwen dropping down a couple of positions as well. Lindsay Muddle getting involved in that too. Wow, what's happened here? Falzon is gone. He's just whipped it across the grass there, and he goes down to the very back. Jeez, it's all happening here. There goes Ezra Simons off the pace. There goes, that's McEwen as well getting caught up in that. Jesus Christ, it's all happening here, Zach O'Reilly.
Oh, look at the collisions everywhere. They've all lost the plot. We said chaos coming, and McEwen just got out of that at the right time. But poor old Simons out of this at the moment. Falzon into the pits. His car was into the barrier at 400 knots an hour. That was very, very hairy there from the haircut. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Just gathered it together. McEwen here looking at the rest of them in Scott, mind you. On the back here of Ashley Poole. He's going to go straight up the inside here. Trying to take that move on the wrong side of the circuit for this next corner. Can Scotty McEwen get it done? Take some tips off the youngster, and he does. Beautiful stuff. Really late on the brakes, but he can push it wide here. Keep on the foot on the throttle pedal there. No, he doesn't.
Scotty, get it on.
Scotty shut himself. He absolutely shut himself there. Thought he didn't have it, but then he could have had it if he kept the foot planted, Scotty. They've got more confidence in that. But now it's on here. Dion Clerk has been overtaken by Jake Buttigieg, and he's going to come right back at him here. Dion had the chance of his life to get right up Egmanus' clacker and absolutely crack him into a yoke, but he didn't. Clerk now going back at Buttigieg at absolutely nothing between them. 300ths of a second, neck and neck stuff. Who's going to break first? No one. They both break at the same time. They're neck and neck, half a car with length between the two of them. Who's going to get on the power earlier? Looks like Buttigieg's got the job done. Goes defensive here into turn 3. Wowee, turn 2 in fact, and these guys are not letting go of each other. Clerk's trying to get the late switch back on. Can he get that job done? No, he's too far away. 0.4 of a second, but it is a long straight at this point in time. That gap should come down, however, it is not at the moment. It's sitting at half a second and ever advancing. Oh, Scotty McEwen's got in trouble with Ezra Simmons there in the background too. It is all happening. Look at this three-way car battle for the minor positions here. Simmons, Hughes and McEwen all going at each other. Hughes is trying around the outside.
Oh, look at
getting
that.
anything you possibly can back. Your mum's watching, Nathan. Don't stuff it up. Don't go into the grass there. Jeez, that was close. He's going to try and stick it around the outside. He does so, but he's on the slide. He's on the drift. He's nearly off into the grass. He's onto the grass. Back onto the track as well. Gathers it up beautifully there into the next sweeping corner at Road America. That is turn 3, and it is very, very technical. But McEwen versus Bullock battle is heating up here. James Bullock has just got to get a bit wider in that car. Make that Praga very, very narrow as well at the exit to cut the nose off Alex McEwen if it possibly can. Because I'll tell you what, Egmanus here has probably got $50 on him at the moment because he's 101 chance to win this one. And he wants to stick right at the front and not let Jake Buttigieg pass him. But McEwen watches on. He's got the suck. He's going to go around the outside here of James Bullock. Can Sandra's love child hold on? He cannot. That is a positional change there from McEwen versus Bullock. But I reckon Bullock's probably going to... No, he's just going to slip back and relax and just let it go. So nothing to see there for a battle. McEwen on the advance, everyone knowing their place on the circuit. The battles are all under a second or thereabouts in front of these guys. So it's all happening here for the front step, and the final step on the podium too between Clerk and Munro is going to come very, very shortly. The battle is happening. Muddle trying to make his way through the field again, coming second in this race, started 11th. Now he's in 6th place alongside Paul Buttigieg. They're both giving each other gentlemanly room. At 230k an hour, side by side, it's like you're travelling at 5 kilometres an hour neck and neck to each other, but the world's going past at a rate of knots. Muddle's going to go up the inside here. Late on the brakes is Paul. Got a bit of confidence now as Paul. He can see what the victory sort of tastes like, Chris, and he's just giving it all to Lindsay Muddle again, but he's got out of the way and let Alex McEwen through very, very nicely indeed.
Oh, no need for that, Paul. Give him some curry, mate. Don't worry about that. We're all out here on the same time, so you're on the same lap. Give McEwen a bit of curry, but possibly listening to the super coach from last race where Matt Munro did the same thing. But speaking of which, now he's got Dion Clerk in his sights, trying around the outside here at where are we? Turn 5, going up the hill now, heading into turn 6. Some smoke down the back there from McEwen, possibly Buttigieg, but Munro purple in the first sector, so he's going quick. Jeez, he's almost lost it there out of turn 7. Somehow keeps it together. Wowee, that's good car control now. I think just the occasion got too much for him there. You can see Dion Clerk in front. He can see Jake Buttigieg. You can probably see the leader of the race as well. So maybe the blood just starting to get a little bit hot under the VR headset there of the number 17. But we'll check back in with him later on because James Bullock now is up the rear wing, up the gearbox of Mr. Buttigieg there for the battle for 7th position.
Good stuff here by the both of them. Driving really, really well. Buttigieg has just in senior. He's got to get his big guns out. I reckon he's got cannons on his arms and he's just got to throw some punches here. Yeah. Not be a missive one in all of this, although he might like it that way. Who knows? Because Bullock's coming back at him. And these guys here need to keep it clean because the little gap in front of them between Muddle and Clerk's off. Clerk sailed down. He's up the other end and he's facing the wrong way. Poor old Dion Clerk. I don't know if they came together, Mr. Munro, but I'm not too sure. I can't say they did or didn't. Maybe the old percentage game is telling me they did. And that is why Dion Clerk is facing the wrong way. But anyway, racing onwards and upwards. Lindsay Muddle, not even 2/10 away here, right? Between himself and Alex McEwen. Geez, Lindsay's giving it to Alex when he possibly can. He does not take any prisoners, just like we don't in the commentary boxes, Lindsay. But he's just going to let Alex McEwen take this one already backing off the throttle now just a little bit because he can know that if he goes wide into this turn here at turn 1 and Alex McEwen doesn't, he will lose that gap. So just play the strategical game and get the job done here. Take some advice off your co-commentator, race winners extraordinaire, Zach O'Reilly and Christopher Munro, and you'll see what you do. And once you put Alex McEwen under pressure, like we did, that's what happens. He goes wide, and you get the suck of your life and the run too. Lindsay Muddle's got the chockies here at the moment. Alex McEwen's not going to be too happy about that. He's just a little bit far away at the moment, but don't count him out for a move under brakes here. Muddle has got the job done. Can he pull it up in time? He can. He nails that apex. Bang. A little bit of a slow burner is Lindsay Muddle, but geez, he's coming to fruition here, taking on the race winner of race 1 and 2 and doing it nicely here. They're very, very nicely driven by the both of these two. That's what racing craft and professionalism gives you, ladies and gentlemen. Gives you quick, mean, clean racing, because if Alex keeps trying to fight this with Lindsay, he will not be getting anywhere near Matt Munro on that podium spot. So he knows that these guys have just got to keep pushing each other where they can and stop battling where it's going to be at a disadvantage to them pace-wise. Cracking stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to find that balance between knowing when to attack and when to just sit in the slipstream. But these guys have probably sorted out when it comes down to lap times anyway. I think Alex probably feels that he's the faster driver at the moment, so he deserves to be in the front row. But Lindsay Muddle maybe just giving that up there and happy to sit in the slipstream because, as we've seen, he is able to make these attacking moves at the end of the long straight. So Lindsay Muddle very good on the exit, and if he can just stay with Alex, then he will certainly be able to bring the fight to him. Yeah, definitely great driving from Lindsay Muddle. He's the definition of a grower, not a shower. So we'll just see him just getting better and better throughout the night at a slow rate. But he certainly gets to grips with the car by the end of the evening, and we can see the proof is in the pudding. Meanwhile, Curtis McManus still leading this race. He's got about a 4/10 advantage to Jake Buttigieg behind him. Matt Munro, you can see just in the distance there, starting to close in, as well as Alex McEwen too, just clicking under the 2-second gap mark there as well. So 7 minutes to go. That's probably, 3 laps, maybe 3.5, depending, maybe 4, sorry. And I think we're going to see some fireworks towards the end of this race. Matt Munro is going to pull out the old Alonso defensive driving techniques towards the end of this race, I've got a feeling.
Oh, you know him. You guys speak telepathically, but Buttigieg has got past Igmanis. Igmanis, again, lasting until the 7-minute range of actually one more lap than last time. New race leader is Jake Buttigieg. Thank you very much for the rabbits, he says. But now Matt Munro is only 1.2 seconds away from the threat of Jake Buttigieg's race win within the next 7 minutes or so. What is Matt Munro going to do? He'll be looking left and right, upside down in that cockpit to see where Alex McEwen is coming at whatever pace, because that battle behind them has just petered off a little bit. So Alex has got some clean air in front of him. Once he is released, the shackles just come off and he'll start doing 209s. Matt Munro's doing 210.6s on his last lap. So he's got to get the gallop on very, very quickly indeed if he's not going to lose that last step on the podium. Even try to catch Ekmanis, in fact, just maybe get himself a bit of insurance on that podium too. If he can stick it in second before Alex McEwen gets to him, then Alex gets to him, it'll only be third place for him on the podium. But geez, it's still happening. 6 minutes and a half left here in the racing department. It's never over. That checkered flag is not waving for another 6 minutes and 20 odd seconds. And that's when we'll find out who is victorious. Very, very loose on the exit there. Wagging the tail like a happy dog there was Matt Munro. He won't be happy with third, I guarantee you. He'll be anything but under that collar at the point of time at the VR headset. Loving what he's doing at the moment. Driving really clean tonight. Keeping it racy at this point in time, but needs to get a little bit of a move on because Alex McEwen's halved that gap within 4 corners of Road America. He's within 7/10 now, was 1.5, and coming at a rate of knots again. Here comes the Black Pearl.
Yeah, absolutely. All these 4 guys, or the top 4, out of the top 4, we've got Buttigieg, Munro, and McEwen all just doing 210s that last lap, and Curtis McManus pulling a 212, so just a little bit off the pace there is Curtis there in second position. You can see Jake Buttigieg, but he's not making any inroads on that number 26. So I'll tell you what, Matt Munro did all the hard work to, I guess, claw this gap down to under a second, and now that he's caught up to him, he's having a real hard time trying to get tack onto the back. Maybe just one eye looking in the rearview mirror as he's got Alex McEwen now joining him in the slipstream. So I think that advantage that he had of that couple of second gap to McEwen, where he could have taken advantage and overtaken Buttigieg and Curtis Igmanis, that has now absolutely disintegrated, and he is under the pump now big time from Alex, and I think Matt will probably just start to pull out the anchors here and park it on the apex, try to make that Mercedes-Benz looking R1 as wide as, what did we say, 55 R1s earlier on. So I think we're going to see some aggressive defending and perhaps even some aggressive overtaking from Alex McEwen within the last 4 minutes and 32 seconds.
You need to telepathically start talking to your brother, because he's going defensive here. Not at the best time to go defensive, because that's going to lose your momentum, but he'll stick it to the inside here, learn a couple of tips off his older brother, and maybe go full defense mode here, not let Alex McEwen beside him. Racecraft here by the both of them. Two speedy customers, but who's going to come out on top? Who knows? Alex has just tapped the back of him there. Got too close. No neck coating involved. Just absolutely unaware of how close he was to the rear gearbox, and tapped Matt Munro, just giving him an old hurry up, I reckon, just to make sure he knows where he is. Here goes McEwen now. What's Matt Munro doing? He's gone wide there. That is a shocking exit. There goes absolutely any chance of defending this one. Sailing around up the inside, down the outside. Who knows? Now it's up the inside for McEwen, and he's got that job done. Another easy overtake there for Alex McEwen tonight, and he's just got the chockies over Matt Munro. You need to get a wriggle on him, Matt, and he didn't get that job done over Igmanis. Igmanis driving the tits off that Praga at the moment. Jesus, he's still in second place, and he's probably only going to get third. It's only 3 minutes to go. 2 laps left here of racing. Geez, it's all happening here for Igmanis. He's going to be very, very happy at this point in time, but can he hold on? That is the question. Matt Munro just hold off the pace there a little bit in the end, but McEwen is setting pace, fastest laps here at the moment, on for a 2:09.5 here at this point of the racetrack. Everyone in front of him doing 2:10s and 12s. Geez, that's just a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen, before this comes. I'll tell you who's on the charge again after being punted in lap 1. Here's Nathan Hughes himself, Christopher Munro, sitting in 10th place. At the moment, only 4 tenths away here from Dion Clerc. Can he get inside the, he's in the top 10, but can he get a further position up inside the top 10 that do his mum proud, who's watching on here tonight? It should be something that he's got in his veins. Bit of, who would you say? I'm trying to think of someone who, the Iceman, Kimi Raikkonen style, just claws his way back through here, does Mr. Drifter himself. Surely Dion Clerc can see him coming at a rate of knots. What's Dion going to do? Because at this point in time, that right-hand sweeping turn right at the back here is going to be where Nathan Hughes can get some of the chockies done over Dion Clerc in front of him. Wide versus shallow entry. Mid-corner battling there. Wide goes Dion. Is Nathan got the better run out of the turn here? It looks like he's just got the chockies on him. He's within the sucking battle. Here come the American OnlyFans girls. They are flocking to the side of the circuit right now. They're looking for any tips and tricks that can get them more than $100,000 a month for Nathan Hughes. He's got the job done here. He's got the suck on Dion Clerc. Dion's still on the inside there. Who's going to blink first? No one. That is Nathan Hughes up the inside, takes that position into 9th place. And Alex McEwen is right now on the back of Igmanis' gearbox. This is 100% the last lap of the race coming up, ladies and gents. Igmanis is going to lose second, but he's still within a podium place. He just has to hold on for 1.3 second difference between himself and Matt Munn for his first ever podium here in Wednesday Cup. Alex McEwen into second place. Can he catch the back of Jake Buttigieg within the last lap? That is going to be some miracle if he does, but don't ever count him out, because if he gets 3 out of 3 tonight, wowee, that is 100% my vote for driver of the day. No! Not Igmanis. Yeah, beautiful driving from Jake Buttigieg. That's where you go with clean air, ladies and gents. You stay out of the way of any of those little mishaps that can unfortunately be dished out at the perfectly wrong time. Dion Clerk's come off in the background, but here comes Jake Buttigieg. Going to do his family proud tonight. One win in the final race, the longest one of the night. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to Jake Buttigieg on his first win, I think, of the season, if I'm not incorrect. Matt Munro in what was that? Yep, Matt Munro in second place. Lindsay Muddle in third, a gallant third there by Sensational TV, if you don't mind. McEwen in fourth still after that, coming off. Ekmana still would be happy with the top five, I reckon. That is something to behold, although the podium slipped away by the server Gods. James Bullock in sixth place, cracking drive. Nathan Hughes got into seventh place, was in 10th, and now he's in seventh after a lap and a half of racing. That is a barnstorm at the end of it, Iceman style. Steve Warwick, great drive from him. That is that's the old Jaguar V10 liveried motormobile there in the Praga R1. Mitchell Cole next across the line in ninth place, and then the haircut gets himself a top 10 for tonight. Well done to him. He'll be stoked with that too. Ezra Simmons in 12th, Sam Bensley in 13th, and Dion Clerk. Something happened to him in the dying moments of that last lap. He went from 10th all the way down to 13th. Something happened. Scotty McEwen in 14th, Ashley Poole in 15th, Buttigieg and Falzon. Round out your grid. Poor old Falzon came off and decided to re-enter the server after he's off there. And he's just trundling around at the moment. But nonetheless, still some points on the board. Every point counts, and they're just yeeting into each other at the moment. Doesn't care a rat's toss bag by the end of it. And that is your race 3 for tonight. But Buttigieg taking it by an absolute country mile, 4.1 seconds over anyone behind him. And that is definitely a very, very nice win inside that household tonight.
Yeah, he'll be loving that. They don't draw pictures on the results card, so he'll be happy with Jay Buttigieg at the top of the results there. Would have liked to have seen a little last lap battle between him and the fast finishing Alex McEwen, but I guess we're going to have to wait another week for that. I'm sure we're going to get it again next time around, ladies and gentlemen, because next time we grace the Wednesday Cup, it will be for a time travel round. We're going back in time, Zach O'Reilly.
We're going back to Hockenheim, the famous Grand Prix circuit, but back to 1988. The circuit that was around all the way up until 2003, ladies and gents. The long, long straights down through the forest. These Pragas will be echoing off the trees there. That is where we will be. And you thought the suck battles tonight were good. Just wait until you see next round. Holy mackerel. There is an equivalent of 4 straights on that circuit, and they're all about 2 kilometres long. By the time you get through them, very much Circuit de la Sarthe Le Mans style for the first sector. A long, long straight into a left to right to left to chicane, then another one into a right to left, and then another right up the back straight, and then another chicane, then into the stadium section. It's going to be cracking stuff here for the Pragas, but that's where Wednesday Cup will be next week. Then we've got Interlagos and Alton Park with the final round at Mount Panorama. What a season finale to rip yourself into there. If you haven't signed up for the Wednesday Cup, get in there, ladies and gents. It's just getting better and better. The racing is getting absolutely amazing throughout the whole series here. We've got 23-odd cars on the track at any point in time. If you think you're a speedy customer, get on board. Sign up in the links below on the YouTube channel there to the Discord, and you will find yourself in the AK Racing sign-up form and enter for the rest of the season. It's only, it's realistically about a quarter of the way done so far, a third of the way done, if I'm not incorrect, or 44%, whichever way you want to look at it. And we're looking at that calendar for now. But, geez, what an event tonight here, Chris. Alex McEwen takes race 1 and 2, but then Buttigieg takes race 3 by an absolute country mile. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, that's good. It's good to see the amount of competitiveness here in this server, despite Alex's best efforts to just absolutely dominate. He wasn't able to get this clean sweep tonight. It's no easy task, ladies and gentlemen. So it'd be great to get you all in there and test your skills down there in the AK Racing Discord and the Wednesday Cup. We got classic V8s. We got Gen 3s coming up. We got the Bathurst 1000 coming up too, as well in the new Gen 3 cars. So that is going to be something absolutely unreal. Lindsay chiming in, gloating about his positions here. He's finished P2, P3, and P4 in all 3 races, so he's a happy boy. Very happy man. And on song, on form, just like we are at Sensational TV.
Always.
But that is where we are going to wrap it up for tonight, ladies and gents. Ladies, thank you very much. As always, Ron Marshall in Muddle Bigsy Gaming. Heather Hughes in the chat. Colin Black, thank you very much as well. Andre Elliott chiming in there too. Maury got involved as well. So all thanks to all of our viewers and everyone who participated tonight on and off the circuit here at Sensational TV. Cracking stuff. But for us here, it's all done. We're going to be at Hockenheim next week for the next one, a Wednesday Cup. It's going to be bloody exciting. I'll give you the hot tip. And I reckon we're going to have more suck battles there than... I can't say it. No, I won't say it. But you know what I mean. We're going to have heaps and heaps of stuff going on at that race. Stick around, ladies and gents, for that. But Christopher Munro, as himself puts the M in magnificent, and you cannot spell magnificent without M. And that's what Mr. Munro's last name is. I've been Zach O'Reilly. Guess what? You're not. But for us here at Sensational TV, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching. Good night. And as always, keep it flat out.